Morning of the game here in Kiev. It's England against Sweden tonight at the Olympic Stadium. We've spoken to many people about this match. Let's get the views of two of the top players. Owen Hargreaves. He played so many times for England in the heart of midfield. We'll find out what he's got to say about Scott Parker, Stevie G and Andy Carroll. And Freddie Ljungberg, can there be a bigger superstar on the football field from Sweden? I don't think so. Both talking exclusively to talksport.co.uk. Let's go and find out. Wish I wasn't talking to you today, and that Roy Hodgson was talking to you as part of that side. It's you know, we'll talk more about you in a while, but you know, what will it feel like for that England side under pressure today?
Well, I'm not sure you can look at it as pressure. You know, it's an opportunity. I think you got to look at it like that. You know, pressure is a negative, and this is an opportunity for the players to, you know, to perform in front of many people. The country back home is very supportive and looking for good results, and I think you know, the players need to embrace it as an opportunity. We're better, probably, if we play self-essential, a better side in Sweden, and it's just about going out there and expressing yourself. And not one, it's a game, it's a football game, 90 minutes. Better not to put too much pressure and change the routine that you normally do.
Steven Gerrard and Scott Parker were impressive in the first game. I mean, but you know, they ran their hearts out there. We hope they can do it again. You know what it's like to carry injuries. Scott's been carrying one. Are we going to be safe enough with him tonight, do you think?
Well, I think Scott's, you know, over the last 2 seasons, he's played tremendously well, and I think, you know, in midfield is probably one of the strengths of the team for England. So I think it's not really about who plays; it's more about finding the balance, and that's up to the coaches to find who fits with each other. And I think Scott and Stevie G, they can complement each other quite well, and hopefully you get some pace and power and skill from the wingers, and you know, it could be interesting, but I think it's up to the coaches to find the right mix of who works well with who.
We're missing Wayne tonight. The word is that Andy Carroll will get the opportunity to start.
Well, whoever plays, I mean, you know, there's good players throughout the side, and same thing, you know, it's about finding the right mix and the balance. And so if he's going to play, you're going to have to get crosses in and get the ball in the box, because that plays to his strengths. If you know, it depends on who plays on the wings, but obviously if Stevie G and Scott Parker play, you know what you're going to get from them. Depends on who plays on the wing, but you've got to provide those balls for Andy Carroll, because otherwise he's not going to be as effective as he can be.
What you saw against France, Owen, do you think England can at least get out of this group? That tonight they've got to win. They don't want to be playing Ukraine, needing an awful lot in the intensity of the next. But would you say that they're favourites against Sweden tonight?
Well, you'd like to think so. I mean, if you compare, if we play to our best and they play to our best, you know, we'd probably win 8 times out of 10. But you know, tournaments have a funny way of, you know, making sometimes players and teams underperform, and it'll be interesting tonight. It's an important game, and like you said, it's important that we win, because, you know, it puts you in a good position going into the last game.
Now, what are you doing right now? First of all, here in this great city with McDonald's.
Well, last time I was in Kiev, I played Dynamo Kiev, you know, against Shevchenko and those guys back in the day. So it's a few years ago, and I'm just here with McDonald's and they're providing all the player escorts for the tournament. So we're doing the England-Sweden game, Freddie and myself, and we're going to have a little 5-a-side game later on, and you know, we'll be the manager, and hopefully it'll be 2 wins for England.
Now, of course, you were with the side that just really took the Premier League by storm. It's not worked out again for you because of your injuries. You obviously love the game so much. You've got so much to give. Do you want to stay in the game, even though it looks as if at that very highest level it's difficult for you to recover game after game?
Well, I'm fit, actually. You know, I trained every day the last 4 months of the season, which was great. I hadn't done that in 4 years. So, I mean, even from where I was a year ago to this season was a dramatic difference. And, you know, I'm absolutely thrilled about the position I'm in now than I was a year ago. City were great, and obviously I would have liked to have played more games, but, you know, what people don't see is the fact that you train every day for 4 months, and the last 4 months of the season. And but the team was set up, you know, and the guys were playing well, and it's difficult when you got a group of 25 players, you know. So every day after the games, we always had in-house games. So I played about 25 in-house games with other guys who hadn't played. So, you know, I was really thrilled to be just back playing and training. That's really what I wanted to do after having such a difficult 3 years.
Are we going to see you again either in the Premier League or the Championship next season at the clubs after you?
Yeah, there is, but you know, I'm in a great position right now. I'm not going to force anything. I've been blessed to have a wonderful career. I'm 31, so it's more about finding the right fit for me rather than just chasing something. So there's loads of opportunities out there, but for me right now, it's got to be the right one. I'm not gonna force anything. I feel very privileged to have some of the success that I've had, and you know, I miss competing and playing. That's what I miss most. And for me, it's never been about money or any of those things. It's just about playing and enjoying it. And this last 4 months, I was able to do that. And you know, if that opportunity comes along again in the right fashion, then I will. And if it doesn't, then I can easily say, you know, I've been very privileged to do what I've done.
We've loved you in England, they loved you in Germany. Just finally, a word about this German national side. They look something special.
They look good, yeah. The first game I saw, I didn't think they looked that great, to be fair. The last game, I thought they looked good. I think if they play to the potential, they have a lot of different ingredients and they can hurt you in many ways. They still have a great goalkeeper. Center backs defensively, I'm not 100% convinced, but if they can dominate possession and create chances going forward and they're up 1 or 2-0, you know, that back four will get a bit more confidence. So they're probably the second best side in this tournament, you know, by quite a way, with Spain and then Germany. And then everybody else is kind of fighting for third place, in my opinion. And, you know, it will be interesting to see how it plays out.
And England could easily be fighting for third, or if they got the opportunity, could go a long way?
Well, I think there's loads of teams in that situation. You got the French, and you know, England. You got Italy. There'll be a surprise one, I think, in there as well. So I think England's definitely in the mix, but you know, you obviously need to perform now and against Ukraine.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
All right.